Chapter 4 Alk's Proverbs predict the roadblocks on the path to your abundant life. Look for signs and opportunities in everyday life. Sometimes the best move is a 3-1-2 combination. Have foresight. Life has a funny way of throwing obstacles in your path when you least expect it. One moment everything seems to be flowing smoothly, and then the next you hit a wall, whether it's a financial setback, a personal challenge, or an unexpected turn of events that causes you to pause. If you're going to live a life of abundance, not just in material wealth, but in purpose, joy, and fulfillment, you need to develop the foresight to predict and prepare for these roadblocks. Foresight is the ability to anticipate what might lie ahead, not out of fear, but out of preparation. It's the quiet knowing that a storm is coming, and rather than dreading it, you begin to make the necessary adjustments to ensure you can weather it. It's about looking for signs and opportunities in the everyday and learning how to read the patterns around you. A woman with foresight doesn't simply react to life, she understands it, adapts, and uses it to her advantage. This chapter is about helping you cultivate that ability to foresee what lies ahead. It's about equipping you with a mindset that can perceive the subtle signals of life and use them to craft your next steps toward an abundant, successful future. The power of prediction. A key part of foresight is being able to predict the roadblocks that could hinder your progress. Predicting the future sounds like a tall order, but in reality, you don't need to see everything. It's not about being a fortune teller, it's about using your awareness of the present to anticipate what might be coming. And it's not just about predicting problems, it's also about predicting opportunities. Think of it this way: a seasoned driver doesn't wait for the storm clouds to form to start thinking about their route. Instead, they're paying attention to the weather reports, scanning the sky, and making mental adjustments as they go. They don't wait until the rain hits to pull over. They see signs of rain and prepare accordingly. Life works much the same way. The more in tune you are with your surroundings, the more you'll be able to anticipate the obstacles in your path. Signs and signals in everyday life. We often overlook the signs in our everyday lives that are trying to point us toward the next step. We rush through our routines, focusing on tasks at hand and forgetting to look up and read the landscape. But life is constantly sending us messages, whether in the form of conversations, changes in our environment, or even our own thoughts and feelings. Being able to recognize these signals is an essential part of foresight. For instance, pay attention to the people around you. Are they excited about the same things they used to be? Are there subtle changes in their behavior, attitudes, or energy? Sometimes the people in your life reflect shifts that you might not have noticed yourself. Your relationships can act as a mirror to your own life, offering clues about where you might need to focus your attention. For example, if a close friend starts withdrawing or showing signs of discontent, it could be a sign that your priorities need adjustment. Or on a more positive note, if someone is consistently bringing up opportunities, ideas, or collaborations, it may be time to seize that. Opportunities are also everywhere. They may not look like what you expect, but by keeping an open mind and being attuned to your surroundings, you can spot them in the most unexpected places. Whether it's a casual conversation that sparks a new business idea or a shift in the market that opens the door to investment opportunities, foresight allows you to see these chances before they fully materialize. For instance, in a conversation with a colleague, you may notice a small detail about an emerging trend that could be a game changer. What others might dismiss as just talk could actually be a clue pointing toward the next step in your success. Chapter 4 Alk's Proverbs predict the roadblocks on the path to your abundant life. In martial arts, there's a powerful concept called the 3-1-2 combination. It's a strategy that involves striking quickly and decisively, but also with the flexibility to adapt in response to what's coming your way. In life, this concept translates into a balance of patience, action, and adaptability. Patience. 3. Sometimes the best move is to wait. It's not about inaction, but about being discerning enough to know when to hold off and let things unfold. Patience is often one of the most difficult traits to master, especially in a world that values instant gratification. But the woman with foresight knows that there's value in waiting for the right moment. Sometimes the universe is working in your favor behind the scenes, and rushing into a decision could jeopardize what's already on its way to you. Action 1. The time for action is essential, but it must come after careful observation and consideration. When you see an opportunity or predict a potential roadblock, the key is to take decisive action. Without action, even the best ideas and foresight are useless. In this moment, you need to trust yourself and move swiftly toward the goal. Take the leap when you see a clear path, but do so with confidence and determination. Your success depends on it. Adaptability, too. The third part of the combination is adaptability. Life is rarely linear, and often the roadblocks you predict or the opportunities you envision will look different than you expect. The ability to shift your approach, adapt to changing circumstances, and pivot when necessary is what separates the women who succeed from those who struggle. Foresight doesn't guarantee a smooth ride, it simply prepares you to adjust your direction when the unexpected happens. You'll encounter roadblocks, yes, but those who are adaptable will find ways around them. This 3-1-2 combination requires a balance of patience, action, and adaptability. It's not always an easy process to master, but when you can embrace these principles, you'll move through life's uncertainties with greater ease and confidence. The benefit of awareness: the more aware you are, the more easily you can spot these patterns and anticipate challenges. But awareness is more than just observing, it's about reading the room, understanding the energy around you, and using that knowledge to guide your decisions. As a woman with foresight, you need to develop a keen sense of awareness, not only of your own actions and intentions, but also of your external environment. Awareness allows you to predict the weather of your life and act accordingly. Take the time to cultivate awareness in your day-to-day life. Slow down and observe the world around you. Listen more attentively to the conversations you have, the signals your body is giving you, and the subtle shifts in the people and circumstances that surround you. There's so much to learn, so much to see, if only you take a moment to look. The intersection of foresight and faith. As women of faith, there's an added layer to foresight, trusting that God will guide us along the way. It's not about controlling every moment or having all the answers ahead of time. It's about having the wisdom to see what is in front of you and trusting that God will provide the clarity and strength you need for the road ahead. This doesn't mean sitting back passively and waiting for life to unfold. It means actively engaging with the world around you while holding on to the confidence that God is guiding you even through challenges. It's about stepping forward in faith while still using the tools you've been given, your intuition, your awareness, and your foresight to navigate the path ahead. Foresight doesn't eliminate the need for faith. In fact, they work hand in hand. God will guide your steps, but you must still be willing to walk forward, armed with the wisdom and knowledge He's provided. This blend of foresight and faith creates a powerful dynamic that will guide you toward the abundant life you're destined for. Trust the journey. The road ahead may be unpredictable, and you might not have every detail of your future figured out. But if you cultivate foresight, the ability to anticipate obstacles and opportunities, to read the signals in your life, and to take decisive action, you will be ready to face whatever comes your way. You'll know when to wait and when to strike, when to adapt and when to push forward. In the end, foresight is about trust, trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, and trusting that life is unfolding exactly as it should. It's about aligning yourself with the flow of life while being prepared for the bumps and turns ahead. When you make the conscious decision to develop foresight, you give yourself the power to navigate this unpredictable, challenging, and ultimately beautiful journey with grace and purpose.